Rockets, brought to you by Style Encore Allentown. Style Encore buys and sells gently used men's and women's casual and business clothing, shoes, handbags, and accessories. Find them on their socials at Style Encore Allentown.
Hey, good morning. You know, it's prom season, and everyone gets, got to have great dress, get your duds, have transportation. This is better than a limo. Can we all agree? This is how you show up with flair. These kids showed up at their prom in Kansas in the Wienermobile. Isn't that awesome? They just asked. They saw the it's hard to say, the Wienermobile in the shopping parking lot, shopping grocery store parking lot, and they're like, "Hey, can you give us a ride to the prom?" And they said yes.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. And they probably got it for free. I bet you they weren't even charged. These people showing up in their limos.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just walking up to the Wienermobile and saying, "Give me a ride," I don't think they're going to be like, $20, That's pretty cool. Did you get free hot dogs? That's the important one. If it was like, if the Wienermobile, that's the Wienermobile. I'm talk about great marketing. Hey, yeah, not only that, but when you guys come out, I would have gone to the grocery store in that Wienermobile. If I don't know if you can cook in the Wienermobile or if it's just a wiener. But I would have been like, yo, tell all your friends to come out after here. That giving out hot dogs all night.
Right?
That would have been, you would talk about PR gold.
I mean, we were talking yesterday about memorable weddings, and you said you don't remember who got married. You just remember the to-go personal pizza that you got when you walked out. Everybody would remember that if they got, and it's a hot dog, but everyone would be like, whoa, score. We just got a hot dog walking out of our prom from the Wienermobile.
So they don't have any hot dogs on there, and it would have been a tall task. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. And it would have been a lot. But if that was whoever was driving the Wienermobile, if they had the thought of like, hey,
right,
I'm going to go and get a grill and some propane.
It's so gigantic. You would think they'd have it equipped to grill.
Yeah, I guess not.
I mean, have
safety hazard, but
I've had
they can do it in an RV. They can do it in a wiener.
That's what I'm thinking. I've had the pleasure of being at the underbelly of the Wienermobile. That's yeah. It is surreal. You need a moment. I was at a red light in Wilkes-Barre behind the Wienermobile. And all I kept doing was just kept looking up. I've never been that close to a Wienermobile. And you're basically underneath it at the red light. It's so high. It's the underbelly of the Wienermobile. Jealous?
Yes. I would have relished that opportunity. Jessica, good morning from the southwest corner of the Poconos. Jennifer, good morning. Thank you for checking in.
Glad you're able to muster up that comment.
Yeah, well, catch up, everybody. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it'd be if like you're pulling in, it's just like so there's like a big to do. That'd be cool.
Yeah, they got to add on. They need to start grilling with those Wienermobiles. But
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, that would have been
nice. I'm glad they gave them a ride. That's cool.
Flyers gave the Penguins a ride last night, 3-0. Porter Martone, just.
Sports.
Dan Vladar standing on his head. They're buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
They're buzzing. Hockey is an interesting sport because I think more than any other sport, if you finish the season, you're the number 1 seed, number 2 seed, number 3 seed. Most of them it's 1 to 8. Okay. If you have a goalie that's on fire more than any other sport, you could be the 8 seed and ride it all the way to the Stanley Cup. It's happened a bunch of times where these 8 seeds come in and beat teams. And if Dan Vladar can play the way that he's playing, continue that going, and the Flyers can continue to put pressure on teams and score a goal every once in a while, why not? Why not? So they're fun to watch. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in that arena on Wednesday night when they come back home.
You're
They're
gonna
up
hear it.
2-0. Whew.
Yeah.
Man.
It's gonna be loud.
But they're fun. They're young. They're fun. They've got all the things you want in a team that's on the rise. So we'll see if they can keep it going because it's been exciting.
That's awesome.
19-year-old, first teenager to have 2 game-winning goals in his first 2 games as an NHL player. That's absurd.
It's probably like, "Put me in, coach."
About what you were doing at 19, right?
God, can I remember that far back?
Under the underbelly of the Wienermobile, I'll bet.
Yes, the highlight of my life.
Ah.
I still like the vision is still vivid to this day, and that had to have been over 10 years ago.
I
Like,
don't think
whoa.
that's something you forget. I don't
The
think that's
underbelly.
something you forget. It's the underbelly, all right.
The underbelly. All
Well,
right.
we'll see if we're here tomorrow. Okay, everybody.
We'll see you later. I want a
Yeah.
hot dog now.
I'll bet you do. Bye,
I should
everybody.
throwing them out of the Oscar Mayer
We
Wienermobile.
have to stop talking.
We have
Okay,
to
bye,
stop.
everybody.
Okay, bye.